We put all the charcoal dates together, and we get a consistency of dates running between about 5,300 for Frenchman's Bend and Watson Break to at least 5,900 to 6,000 years ago. So it's the earliest evidence we have for mound construction in North America. There's one mound in Baton Rouge that dated to earlier than what we have here, but it was destroyed in the 1960s. And so, to our knowledge, the ones right here in Washitaw Parish are the oldest mounds in the New World.
Whoa! Did he just say these are the oldest mounds in the New World in North America? And did he also mention the fact there was a mound in Baton Rouge that was actually older than these mounds? Let's go on and take a closer look at these pyramids at Frenchman's Bend in the Washitaw.
There was the other mounds running right along the tree line, and the reason is this used to be the bank of what was then the Arkansas River. The Arkansas River actually used to flow right by here. Bayou Desirde, which today is what we call Bayou Desirde, and then the Washitaw River of today, 5,000 years ago, was actually the Arkansas River. And so the Arkansas River ran right by these mounds, and that is the reason that they were built there, because they could fish and collect the food that they needed to sustain themselves. The river, as you know, moves and meanders, and it's moved since the Arkansas. What we do when we come to these mounds as archaeologists, we try to put as little damage into them as we can, because we're aware that they were ceremonial, they were very important to the people that built them, so we try to collect the information as efficiently and as undestructively as possible. And one of the ways that we do that is we'll remove soil cores, get a column of core of dirt out of the mound, and then we can tell what's inside of it. And what we found here was this light dirt up here is what the mound is built with, and then this dark gray to black dirt here told us that there was a layer of charcoal under the mound. And what we did was excavate a test unit to recover some charcoal so we could see how old it was. At that time, I thought the mound might date to about the same age as Poverty Point, or about 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. This is the test unit that we excavated. You can see the black strip right here. That was that charcoal layer that we saw in the core. And as it turned out, this is all the mound fill they brought in to build the mound. And this is a pit that we've excavated to the bottom of the mound. And we found that they had built 3 floors on the surface next to the river before the mound itself was ever built. These are actually 3 floors that were built, one on top of the other. And then this is the grass and the waste, the sort of the refuse that was left on the surface of the floor before they built the last mound. The floors show up very well in the next picture. This is the original surface. This was here before the mounds were ever built. This is floor number 1. You can see the dark gray and the black material. Again, that's just the material that was left on the floor before they built the next one. Here's the second floor, another black lens. And then finally the last floor, and you can see there's quite a bit of charcoal, and we submitted charcoal from there, and it dated to 5,500 years ago, which was a lot older than we were anticipating, so we were pretty excited. What this shows us is that not only were they building mounds, but before they built mounds, they were building structures. They made floors, and they put hearths in the center of the floors, they dug holes to put posts in, and these were very, very sophisticated people building very complex structures back 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, which normally we did not believe was occurring in North America. In the opposite end of the test unit, and this test unit is only about 4 feet long and 3 feet wide, we found this is where they had dug a hole through the floors and put a post, so it's part of a structure. And then in this corner they dug a pit, and it turned out to be a fireplace. I dug it out. I just dug out all the fill to get the charcoal and the stone and the ingredients out of the pit. And the pit dated to 6,400 years ago. So this was older than anything that we had found in Louisiana or in North America, as far as associated with the mountain, the earliest mountain. What we ended up with was, in that test unit, we actually ran another charcoal sample from a fireplace that they had built when they were building the mound. They apparently took a break and had a fire here and then continued building the mound, and the charcoal from that came back to about 6,000 years ago. So we have 6,400, about 5,700, and around 6,000 years right here, which are fairly close and pretty consistently show that this mound dates to at least greater than 5,000 years ago. And here I am standing on that mound. It's not very fancy. It's only about 4 or 5 feet high and about 20 feet across, but it's one of the earliest mounds in North America. We have a date from under this mound of over 6,000 years old, which would be much older than, again, the pyramids, the Great Pyramids, or anything in North America, Central America, or South America.